Hi everyone, Kaisha here. Thank you for joining me on another 5D conversation. So I'm just going to jump right in. Well, first, I want to take a moment to thank all my old subscribers, my new subscribers, and if you like the conversation, because it wouldn't be a conversation without you, please like, share, and subscribe. So today I wanted to talk about the concept of fair exchange. So I'm talking about money, right? So everybody's always talking about they want to be a boss and they're leveling up and just pretty much securing your pentacles. You know, we are in the physical realm, we are on the earth plane, and it is controlled by money, right? And money is energy. So in terms of fair exchange, everything you do should be an exchange of energy, because we are energy, right? So everything that you do for someone or someone does for you, or it is all energy. In terms of money, so what I would really want to talk to people about is, as spiritual entrepreneurs, or people who just come from a more heart-centered business, they have a really hard time with asking for their money or even charging enough. And I want to enlighten you on some things. So everything has to do with fair exchange. And if you are offering a service, a product, it doesn't matter if it's spiritual in nature, you still have a responsibility and a right to be compensated in a way that allows you to take care of your bills, take care of your expenses. You should not feel bad for charging someone a certain amount of money. I know when I first started out in my spiritual journey of being a spiritual entrepreneur and allowing my business to be based off of my purpose and my mission, at first I was really nervous about charging people money. But as you go along, you realize that in order for you to continue the work that you do and to sustain yourself, you need to be making a certain amount of money to take care of yourself. You know, we can't just live on air and on a thank you, right? Thank you. I appreciate what you do. That's great. I appreciate your appreciation, but I'm going to need some money for that too. So I just want to encourage you all and let you know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with charging for your services. As a matter of fact, you have to do that. How are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to buy your supplies? How are you going to pay for things like website and marketing, and even just helping others out by supporting them in their products? You need products and services. You need money to do that. So you're going to have to charge for what you do. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And that comes from a state of as within, so without. So if you feel abundant, you won't feel bad or feel guilty or feel ashamed or embarrassed to ask someone for a certain amount of money for what it is that you're offering. There's nothing wrong with that. That is business, right? Being an entrepreneur, even if you're not an entrepreneur. So a quick story. I used to run a home-based daycare, and I would be working almost 14 to 16 hours a day. And when I just started out, because I wanted to help people, I wanted to help single parents in my area to help themselves. So I wanted to be able to provide a place or a space for their children, a trusted space, a good environment for them to leave their children so that they can go and make their money and pay their bills. The problem with that was I was charging $20 a day. So mind you, I'm watching children for like 14 to 16 hours a day. That comes up to a total of about $3.33 an hour. That is way below the minimum wage. So I wasn't even valuing my service. And I wanted to use my service to help others to help themselves, but I wasn't using my services to help myself. And that is where the disparity came from. I started to develop a lot of resentment towards my clients, which it wasn't their fault. It was for me to say within myself, well, this is how much I'm going to need to run my business. This is how much I'm going to need to take care of my expenses. And this is how much I'm going to need to be able to sustain myself, my living. And I needed to factor that in my cost. And I wasn't. I was just like, okay, I'll just charge $20. That's not a lot of money. And you know what? You want to know what happens when you do not value your work or your services? Your clients don't either. because I would still get people complaining about the price, or sometimes people actually forgot to pay me. That's how much it wasn't important. My service wasn't important to them. And I had to take a step back and be like, you know what? I'm not watching your plant. I'm not watching your pet. I'm watching your child, a human being that you created. And it is my responsibility to make sure that they are safe, they are fed, they are taken care of, they are protected. And I'm only charging you $20 for that. And that is a big deal. So I had to start valuing what I was doing and valuing myself more. I had to not be afraid to ask people for what I wanted. And you know what? When I started to up my prices, some clients left and some clients obliged. They didn't have a problem with it. I had some clients actually say to me, it's about time. I was wondering when you're going to raise your prices, because other daycare centers, every year they raise their prices. And I'm going 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and it's just the same $20. So my point is, do not be afraid. Know your worth and charge accordingly. This is a business that you're running at the end of the day. It is still your livelihood. It's an income. How much do you need to sustain yourself? How much do you need to keep your business running, to keep your life going? When you look at celebrities and just people who are making large amounts of income, they don't say, well, I'm just going to charge what I think that you can afford. No, they say, this is my price. And if you value what I'm doing, you will pay my price and you won't bat an eyelash, because you value what I'm doing and my products. Also, for people that charge low prices, you have to sell in volume, right? So you have the two extremes. You have the people that charge low and have to sell in volume, or you have the people that charge really high prices and they are targeted to a select few that have that money. Where do you fall on this spectrum? And it's really feeling abundant in yourself enough to know that, you know what, this is what I'm worth. This is what my services are valued at. And I'm not going to back down from that. I am not going to decrease my prices. I'm not going to make myself small to allow anyone to feel better or to feel like they can afford me. As long as you're being fair. And when I say fair, I mean fair on both sides. So fair with yourself and fair with others, there shouldn't be a problem. So my star seeds, light workers, spiritual entrepreneurs, tarot readers, just heart-based business owners, even those that are just starting out on their journey. I know everything that happened with the pandemic, a lot of people have to be starting over from scratch. So start the right way, start in a way, go over your numbers. What do you need to live on? What kind of income do you want? What kind of lifestyle do you want? There's nothing wrong with saying that. As a matter of fact, it's your responsibility to ask yourself those questions, and then create it. Spirit will give you the right people, the right opportunities, the right experiences, circumstances to help you create the life that you want. But you have to be clear. And even now, as I have this conversation with you, I had to learn that. And I'm still currently learning that. As I start a new stream or open up a new stream of income, I always say, sometimes I would say, oh, well, I'm not going to charge that much because I want to attract people. But it is, what do I need to sustain this business? What do I need to sustain this stream of income? And I move from there now, and from knowing my worth and knowing what it is that valuing my services and my products, even the services and products that I recommend, it's valuing them and pricing them accordingly. So it's all fair exchange. If you offer a product or you offer a service, you are doing this. Remember, these are heart-based, heart-centered businesses, heart-based, services that you are offering. These come from who you are, your essence, your authenticity, your natural gifts and abilities. You have to value that, right? You have to value yourself. And you have to show that in what you're asking for. If I'm asking for $20 for a personal reading, to give you a personal reading for 30 minutes, that's what I value it at. And if you are paying for my services, then you agree with me, and nothing's wrong with that. So I just want to encourage you all to really Tap into the abundance within yourself and know your worth and know your value, and do not feel afraid or shy. We are here to show people what abundance looks like in all areas of our life, on all levels, right? So you have to you have to show people that this is what I'm worth, this is my value. And it's not even a matter of what you're worth, it's what your services are worth, because you are priceless. No one could ever buy you, right? It's what your products and services are worth in relation to how much it costs to run your business, how much it costs to sustain your livelihood, how much it costs to live the lifestyle that you want, and you're coming from your heart center. So you're not trying to rip anybody off. You're not trying to price gouge anybody. It's just being fair. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. This is about fair exchange. If I offer you a product or service, it's only right that the exchange that I'm asking for shouldn't be a problem with you. And you will attract that. You'll filter people out, the people that can't afford you from the people that can, the people that respect your pricing from the people that don't. It's about fair exchange. If you do something for someone and you ask for a certain amount of money, it shouldn't be a problem. I know in certain cultures, certain communities, I am African American, and there was this it's this mentality that whatever you do for someone, it's supposed to be free. Family members, it's supposed to be free, but they will pay somebody else what they ask for to do the same job. And that's not the way it should be. That's not the way it should be. If I look after your children, or if I give you a tarot reading, or if I offer you a program, it should not be a problem just because we are the same color, or we're in the same culture, or we're even related. You shouldn't expect me to do it for free or do it for a lesser price than what I'm asking for. That's not showing me that you're supporting me. That's not real support, And if you want people to help you, you have to help them. What you want from others, you have to give to yourself. So you have to value yourself if you want others to value you. So I really wanted to share that with you all. It's very important. Fair exchange. Money is energy, right? And it's an exchange of energy. I give you this, or I do this for you, and this is what I'm asking for in return. And if it's a problem for someone, then they're just not the right client or customer for you. They're not who you're looking for. So I just wanted to leave you with that food for thought. It's about fair exchange. Do not be afraid to ask people for what you want. That's how you get it, right? That's how you get it from the universe, by asking and being specific about what you want. So you all take care. You have yourself a fantastic morning, noon, or night, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.